Welcome to Motoring Today, the Philippines' premier and longest-running weekly motoring news and features TV and online magazine. I'm Ray Louie Gamboa.
And I'm Susie Gamboa. Here are this week's features to watch out for.
On Motoring Forum, we shall discuss the significance of the Anti-Distracted Driving Act. Road safety reminder in the Young Street Smarts portion centers on the Zephyr rule. This week's Paling Tupper shall be about illegal practice of most PUV drivers of overloading passengers. Showcase this week shall have the luxury SUV crossover from Mini, the Countryman Cooper S, while for race weekend, we shall have the highlights of the Motul Drag Master Cup 2022.
All these plus the latest news in transportation and traffic management, as well as developments in the automotive industry, are on this week's edition of Motoring Today. Join us.
At the core of Toyota Gazoo racing lies motorsports DNA. Combine that with the Philippines' best-selling sedan, you get the Vios GRS. Its black accent details and aero kit upgrade capture the feel and excitement on the track, and the 10-speed CVT that exudes the TGR competitive spirit. On the road or on the track, always be ready for a heart-racing, exhilarating ride. The Vios GRS. Bring on the thrill.
Suzuki LTFRB.
Life is beating fast. Find what you're waiting for.
Seven-seater in style.
Welcome back to Motoring Today. Here now are the latest news and developments in the country's transportation and traffic management. If anybody told motorists that they can one day drive from Cavite to Bataan or vice versa in just 30 minutes, they'd be incredulous. But that was before building a bridge connecting the two provinces was proposed and approved.
The 32-kilometer Bataan-Cavite Interlink Bridge project initiated in the previous administration is being pursued by the new administration. In a report to the Department of Public Works and Highway Secretary Manuel Bonoan, Senior Undersecretary Emil Sadain said the detailed engineering design for the Cavite-Bataan Bridge is expected to be completed by the first quarter of 2023. Sadain said marine geophysical surveys and geotechnical investigations are more than halfway through. The bridge project includes the construction of two cable-stayed navigation bridges on either side of Corregidor Island. The North Channel Bridge connecting to Bataan and the South Channel Bridge connecting to Cavite. The project is being fast-tracked under the Build Better More program of the Marcos administration, which expects the bridge to be completed before the term of the president ends. With funding from the Asian Development Bank, the detailed engineering design for the Manila Bay Bridge project is being conducted by the joint venture of TY Lin International and the Republic of Korea's Pyeonghwa Engineering Consultants, working with Switzerland-based Renardet and DCCD Engineering Corp.
The construction of the Manila Bay Bridge is set to finish in the first quarter of 2023. Meanwhile, the COVID-19 pandemic has seen the LTFRB being lenient in enforcing deadlines. The latest example of leniency is helping out operators of old PUVs.
The Land Transportation Franchising and Regulatory Board have issued a resolution extending the age limit of public utility vehicles by 2 more years. This allows transport operators to continue using their old units beyond the mandated age limits: 15 years for buses, 13 years for UV Express units, tourist bus at 10 years, and Transport Network Vehicle Services units at 7 years. In the same resolution, the LTFRB also extended the deadline for PUV operators to settle various fees until the end of the year. LTFRB Chairperson Cheloy Garafil said the agency expects a substantial number of PUV operators and drivers to benefit from this board resolution. The decision to extend age limits and payment deadlines came after discussions with the transport groups. Transport operators had been seeking the waiving of penalties to give them more time on their applications and for them to start on the road again.
The LTFRB has been consistent in making decisions that take into consideration the effects of the COVID-19 pandemic on the transport sector. Continuing, the Metro Manila Development Authority is making it easier for motorists to contest traffic violation citations.
The Metropolitan Manila Development Authority has established a more convenient process for motorists to contest traffic violation citations from its constables or enforcers. This is done online using an internet link provided MMDA using Google Forms. Only those who get traffic citations, the Unified Ordinance Violation Receipt or UOVR from the MMDA, from enforcers on the road can contest the alleged violations using the link. All motorists have to do is fill up the form with their information and attach digital or scanned copies of the UOVR, driver's license, and official receipt and certificate of registration of vehicle involved in traffic violations being contested and submit the form. Forms can only be submitted on Mondays to Fridays from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Those submitted past 5 p.m. will be processed on the next working day. The MMDA Traffic Education Division is mandated to begin processing of the contest or complaint within 3 days of submission. First off, the TAD will begin assessing the basis or merits of the complaint or contest. If the motorist disagrees with the first assessment or finding of the TAD, he or she has the option to schedule a face-to-face hearing. Motorists can appeal TAD rulings to the head of the TAD and or the MMDA chairman.
The MMDA is making it more convenient to contest citations, but perhaps the better solution is to better educate and train enforcers to ensure citations are all made properly. And finally, it has been tried in the past, but maybe this time it will work on the EDSA busway. Timers at loading and unloading points.
Timers are now installed at 13 loading and unloading bays of the EDSA busway. The Department of Transportation says this is to ensure efficient movement of buses and transport of passengers. Timers feature 3-aspect signal lanterns, 2-digit timers, pole lighting, and traffic signal controller with detector cord and loop detectors. According to the DOTR, buses stopping at the EDSA busway stations will be allotted 30 seconds each to unload and load passengers. The timer will reset after each bus leaves. However, the maximum loading and unloading time may be changed later upon recommendation of the Interagency Council for Traffic and the Metropolitan Manila Development Authority. The DOTR reported that only 406 out of 550 authorized to operate on the EDSA busway are being deployed daily by the consortium of operators. It added that more buses on the EDSA busway will mean more efficient and more convenient transport service for residents and workers in Metro Manila who ride the buses daily.
The timers should help curb the bad habit of bus drivers and conductors taking their own sweet time at loading and unloading bays. And those are the latest news and developments in transportation and traffic management. Coming up next is Motoring Forum, brought to you by Suzuki Philippines. Lost amid all the talk about the NCAP and lately the implementation of speed limits on major thoroughfares in Metro Manila is the Anti-Distracted Driving Act. What it is and how it is being implemented is discussed in this edition of Motoring Forum.
One gets to see these every day. Motorists driving with one hand on the steering wheel and the other holding mobile phone to ear. Motorcycle riders, especially those in the delivery business, fiddling with mobile in one hand and with the other holding the handlebar while moving. Sometimes even those riding bicycles are guilty of using phones while pedaling on the road. And they are all in violation of Republic Act 10913, the Anti-Distracted Driving Act or ADDA. People seem to have forgotten about ADA, which lapsed into law after erstwhile President Noynoy Aquino in the last year of his presidency failed to act on it, neither signing nor expressly vetoing the RA 10913. ADA was supposed to have been implemented back in the middle of 2017, early on in the Duterte presidency. But after being suspended and then re-implemented over some confusion over whether an information campaign had been undertaken or not, enforcement of the ADA has been spotty at best or not at all at worst. This has been so ever since, all the way through to the pandemic and now on the way to the new normal. It's now been more than 5 years and nobody in the government, national and local traffic authorities, the LTO, the HBG, LGU seems to be enforcing ADA. Those who need reminding that the ADA is part of the law, the land, are advised to check out the MMDA website where a fact about the Anti-Distracted Driving Act can be found. Among salient points laid out in the ADA fact are: prohibited acts while driving or riding a vehicle on public road include making or receiving calls, writing, sending, or reading text-based communication, playing games, watching movies, performing calculations, reading ebooks, composing messages, surfing, or browsing the internet. ADA covers public and private vehicles as well as wheeled agricultural machineries, construction equipment, bicycles, pedicabs, trolleys, habal-habal, kuligligs, wagons, carriages, and cars that may either be human-powered or pulled by an animal moving on public thoroughfares, highways, or streets. The prohibitions on using mobile phones or tablets are enforced even when vehicles are stopped in traffic or at a red light. Use of a hands-free function of smart systems and vehicles which will allow a person to make and receive calls without holding his mobile communication device is allowed. Using earphones to listen to music or for other entertainment purposes is not allowed. Only the DOTR Land Transportation Office, PNP HPG, MMDA, and LGUs are allowed to enforce the ADA. Penalties start at 5,000 pesos for the first offense, 10,000 pesos for the second offense, 15,000 pesos for the third offense, with a 3-month suspension of driver's license.
The Anti-Distracted Driving Act is another example of good laws not being implemented properly at all. This is something that authorities should correct. The sooner, the better. That's our Morning Forum this week, courtesy of Suzuki Philippines.
At the core of Toyota Gazoo racing lies motorsports DNA. Combine that with the Philippines' best-selling sedan, you get the Vios GRS. Its black accent details and aero kit upgrade capture the feel and excitement on the track, and the 10-speed CVT that exudes the TGR competitive spirit. On the road or on the track, always be ready for a heart-racing, exhilarating ride. The Vios GRS. Bring on the thrill.
Mitsubishi Strada athlete, confident to the core.
You are back with us here on Motoring Today. We now have this week's valuable motoring tips, starting off with some road safety reminders from Toyota Motor Philippines. As seen on the animation, kapag ang traffic ay nag-merge sa single lane, vehicles must emerge alternately. Ito ay tinatawag na zipper rule. Matutong magbigay daan sa iba and wait for your turn. Continuing with this week's edition of Motoring Today, let's now focus on proper driver's demeanor, especially for those driving PUVs. Here's Paying Chuper this week.
Payo Chuper lang kaibigan, ako si Alejandro Luico, isang kapwa niyo Chuper. Huwag nang ipilit magsakay ng pasahero kung hindi nakasya.
Ang bawat pampasadang sasakyan ay mayroong tinatawag na passenger limit o bilang ng mga pasahero na magkakasya. Kapag puno na, iwasang magtawag pa ng ilan at ipagsiksikan. Tandaan din na bawal maglagay ng ekstra bangko sa gitna ng pampasadang sasakyan.
Palaging isipin na mahalaga rin na komportable ang ating mga pasahero. Ito po si Alejandro Luico, Payong Chuper lang, kaibigan mula sa inyong kapwa niyo Chuper.
At the core of Toyota Gazoo racing lies motorsports DNA. Combine that with the Philippines' best-selling sedan, you get the Vios GRS. Its black accent details and aero kit upgrade capture the feel and excitement on the track, and the 10-speed CVT that exudes the TGR competitive spirit. On the road or on the track, always be ready for a heart-racing, exhilarating ride. The Vios GRS. Bring on the thrill.
Welcome back to Motoring Today. World of Motorsports is next.
In other motorsports news, Estefano Rivera, Russell Reyes, and Topher Tejada will be representing Team Toyota PH at the Asia Regional Rounds of the GRGT Cup. The trio earned the privilege of competing for Team Toyota PH with their performance in the Toyota Gazoo Racing Gran Turismo Cup Philippines, which concluded last July. Estefano Rivera emerged as sporting class champion with Russell Reyes as runner-up, while Topher Tejada was champion of the promotional class. The trio will be competing against some of the best e-racers from Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore, South Korea, Taiwan, and Thailand during the Asia Regional Rounds. The competition will be streamed live beginning at 6 p.m. of October 9 on the Facebook pages of the Toyota Motor Philippines and Toyota Gazoo Racing Philippines.
More on the world of motorsports here on Motoring Today, as we now give you Race Weekend. Clark International Speedway again saw weekend warriors arrive in droves with their specially modified sprinters, along with motorsports enthusiasts dotting the stands to cheer on their favorites. Race Weekend takes us to the highlights of the Motul Dragmaster Cup 2022. We are here in Clark International Speedway for another drag racing event by Motul. And we are joined by the top person and the point person when it comes to marketing for Motul by Infinite Serve, Mr. Peter Yung. Hi sir, thank you again for joining us.
Hi, good afternoon. Thank you for joining us.
Yes sir, can you just give the viewers an idea of what separates this event from the first one that you had this year, which was the Motul Race Wars?
Well, actually, this is a bit different. First and foremost, the price is a bit lesser. Mas mababa yung premyo nito. But we are doing it 2 times this year. So there will be the Motul Dragmaster Cup. This is the Northern Conquest. And then coming on October 22 and 23 will be the Southern Conquest. And then further in the year, on December 9, 10, and 11, will be the annual Motul Race Wars.
I see. So you are having multiple drag racing events for this year, no? So can you tell us the mechanics for the enthusiasts who want to join this particular event?
Well, for those who are interested in joining, syempre, first and foremost, you should be very passionate about drag racing, lalo na sa kotse. Like what we have done with Dragmaster Cup, we invited supercars. We put them in a separate class. This is the novelty class. So you get to see the likes of Lamborghini, Mustangs, Supra, dragging their way through the Clark International Speedway for the Motul Dragmaster Cup. So we saw the good turnout, and that's why we will push through with the Southern Conquest.
Can you just give us or tell us your rationale by putting up another class? This is the novelty class.
Well, we saw the need last race wars, no? There was a number of supercar owners who would like to try their cars on the drag strip, but unfortunately some were declined due to technical constraints. They don't have some specific equipment that should be installed within the car. That's why yung request was denied. The advice to us was, if you want for out-the-box supercars to get their own time to do the drag strip, it's better to put up a separate category for them, wherein it will be named like a novelty class, which what we did, even out of the box, out of the dealership, pwede mong isa lang. You can try it on the track. So we did so today because today was the day for the novelty class. So we saw not so many but a good turnout. So hopefully other supercar owners would get to see the idea, be interested, and join us for the Southern Conquest.
Hi guys, my name is Leniency from Mod Screen Racing and Diga Republic de Tuazon. Yung first year ko na first karera namin, since being the female diesel drag, pinag-aagawan talaga ako. Pinag-aagawan ako, trangkahan, ganon. From what I learned from my coach, Levi, it's not about the preparation, but it's about the tune of your heart. Yung mga babae or lalaki na newbies na gusto mag-race, huwag kayong mag-alala kasi it's not about the car, it's not about the upgrade, but it's about the skills. Thank you very much.
Nag-start ako 2019, ganyan. So, una talagang, syempre, mahilig lang sa kotse, gano'n. Then, eventually, tinry ko siya. So, pinalad naman na, nagkaroon ng wins. Then, eventually, na-meet ko sila. Nagkaroon kami ng mga, parang camaraderie, ayun, parang sobrang nakakatuwa sa team kasi nagkaroon kami ng teamwork, tas parang sobrang camaraderie namin na nagtutulungan kami sa kahit na at some point sa karera nagiging magkalabang kami. Pero teammates pa rin kami pagdating sa So, para sa mga aspiring racers or mga enthusiasts din, siguro ma-advise ko lang is yung passion natin sa pagkokotse or pagkakarera sa track na lang siya gawin sa mas controlled na environment instead sa street. Gusto kong pasalamatan yung team ko na Team Levi and my sponsors na Levi's Performance and Stingray Performance. Thank you sa friends and family.
Yes, I would like to invite everyone, all drag racers, all people who are passionate about racing and drag racing here in the Philippines to join us on October 22 and 23. This will be held still here, the Clark International Speedway for the Motul Drag Master Cup Southern Conquest. We have an idea that we could probably change the name of the event, most likely the Motul Drag Master Cup, the return, to make it like a two-leg series, wherein champions in each class for the two series will battle with each other with the annual Motul Race Wars. It's most likely like Battle of Champions. So the champion for each class on the Northern Conquest will compete with the champions on each class in the Southern Conquest, all on December 9, 10, 11. Yeah.
All right, sir, Mr. Peter Yung, congratulations, and this is quite a turnout, and we look forward to the next event.
Yeah. Thank you very much for joining Motoring today. Thank you for your support.
Drag racing, along with other forms of motorsports, has truly been awakened after the long slumber brought on by the COVID-19 pandemic. The racers are back, the spectators are back, and the sponsors. Let's pray that this new form of normalcy continues. And that's this week's World of Motorsports. We'll be back after this short break.
Suzuki LTFRB.
Life is beating fast. Find what you're waiting for.
Seven-seater in style.
Kung ika'y naghahanap ng truck na game sumabak, Travis ang asahan sa maraming haputan. Kayang cargo, 1,660. Kayang cargo, no problem sa delivery. Kayang cargo, 1,660. Kayang cargo, no problem sa delivery. Travis, ta-ta-ta-ta, Travis, ta-ta-ta-ta, Travis, ta-ta-ta-ta, Travis, ta-ta-ta-ta, Travis, ta-ta-ta-ta, Travis, ta-ta-ta-ta, Travis.
Transcend your business with the Isuzu Travis. Inquire now at any Isuzu dealership near you.
Our car of the week is next on Showcase, courtesy of Prudential Guarantee. Mini Asia and British United Automobiles Incorporated have finally made available locally the new Mini Countryman. This edition of Showcase takes a look at the Mini Countryman Cooper S.
The Mini has carved a niche all on its own with an iconic design which has never strayed far from the first Mark I Mini rolled out back in 1959. To this day, there's no mistaking a Mini from any angle seen on the road. This is certainly true with the Mini Countryman Cooper S, even though at around 4,297mm long, 1,822mm wide, and 1,557mm tall, it is by far the largest of the Minis. The 5-passenger 5-door Countryman was rolled out to carve a niche of its own in the now popular SUV crossover segment, arriving as an SAV or sport activity vehicle that can be both at home in the city, the countryside, or even off-road trails. While staying true to its Mini heritage, mainly in its proportions and overall look, the new Countryman follows a new distinct robust go-anywhere styling. The new black radiator grille is particularly distinctive with the red S for the Countryman Cooper S. Also distinctive are the asymmetrically rounded LED headlamps outlined by a continuous band of light that serve both as a daylight running light and turn indicators. The Mini Countryman also comes standard with front and rear LED fog lamps, with light band on the upper semicircle serving as the park lights. Serving to remind about the rich British heritage of the Mini Countryman are the upright rear chrome-framed LED lights with the Union Jack motif. The roof and side mirrors of the Mini get the piano black treatment. Also getting the black gloss finish are the headlight surrounds, rear light, radiator grille, side turn indicators, and door handles. The Countryman Cooper S also comes with standard 19-inch turnstile spoke two-tone light alloy wheels wrapped by run flat tires. In all four trim, the Countryman Cooper S also features chrome-plated tailpipes and roof rails. Interior appointments have also been upgraded and updated in the new Mini Countryman Cooper S. Quite distinctive is the 8-inch color touchscreen display for what Mini calls the Connective Navigation Plus, located in the circular panel in the center of the dashboard, featuring high-gloss piano black surfaces. The system comes with wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless charger for mobile phones, and a second USB socket. The 5-inch digital instrument display is found behind the steering wheel in a round black panel. The Mini Countryman now comes standard with front and rear park distance control as well as park assist. The Minis have always been characterized by having surprisingly roomy interior space for passenger and luggage. The Mini Countryman continues this tradition and comes standard with electrically adjustable seats for driver and front seat passenger, with driver also benefiting from memory function. There's room for 3 adults in the second row seats, which can split and folded 40-20-40 to enlarge the rear storage space from 450 liters to 1,390 liters. It comes in 12 ambient lighting colors that should suit various moods. The Countryman Cooper S is powered by a 1,998cc gasoline engine with a mini twin power turbo technology generating 192 horsepower from 5,000 to 5,500 RPM and maximum torque of 280 Nm from 1,350 to 4,600 RPM. The engine is made into a 7-speed Steptronic double-clutch sport transmission. Mini says that Countryman Cooper S can accelerate from 0 to 100 km per hour in an impressive 7.5 seconds and attain a top speed of around 226 km per hour. As with all Minis, the suspension settings of the Countryman Cooper S have been tweaked to ensure firm road holding without compromising on comfort. The driver can also, at the touch of the button, switch from mid, green, and sport driving modes, changing steering and accelerator settings depending on mood or road conditions. All in all, the Mini Countryman Cooper S is a fun, practical, and stylish vehicle for daily driving and weekend getaways.
The Countryman is the most popular mini model representing a third of global mini sales. It should find a good niche for itself in the local premium compact SUV crossover market. That's our featured vehicle in this week's showcase, courtesy of Prudential Guarantee.
Drive worry-free with Prudential Guarantee's auto insurance program with a free 24-hour nationwide roadside assistance included with your comprehensive auto insurance. Rest assured, we'll take care of you and your car wherever you are. Prudential Guarantee's auto insurance program, 100% worry-free driving.
At the core of Toyota Gazoo racing lies motorsports DNA. Combine that with the Philippines' best-selling sedan, you get the Vios GRS. Its black accent details and aero kit upgrade capture the feel and excitement on the track, and the 10-speed CVT that exudes the TGR competitive spirit. On the road or on the track, always be ready for a heart-racing, exhilarating ride. The Vios GRS. Bring on the thrill.
Mitsubishi Strada athlete, confident to the core.
Welcome back to Motoring Today. The auto industry now takes center stage.
Volkswagen Philippines hosted members of the motoring media to a ride and drive event to showcase the VW TCross and lifestyle activities to one associates with the German brand SUV crossover. The event started at the Volkswagen Hall of the AC Motor Central with breakfast and briefing to highlight the engineering, technology, design, and comfort and convenient features that made the T-Cross a bestseller in various countries and regions, even getting named Car of the Year by motoring publications. Then it was time for participants to experience the T-Cross firsthand on a drive up to Tagaytay.
We are here right now at Hill Barn Cafe and Restaurant with the 2022 media ride and drive for the Volkswagen T-Cross. We started off at the Volkswagen BGC and we went to actually Kapihang for a pottery event, and then we're now here at Hill Barn to showcase the new T-Cross from Volkswagen. The T-Cross, aside from of course it being a global model from Volkswagen with a lot of the German technology that you would want to find in a Volkswagen, we wanted to actually showcase in this event not just that, but also how new car buyers could experience how can they be more than one thing with the Volkswagen T-Cross.
One activity that was enjoyed by participants showcased the kind of adventure that can be had with the T-Cross.
Here in this event, our friends from the media were able to experience something new that they weren't able to do before, where they were able to make clay pots from their bare hands. And for your young millennials, I'm sure you haven't heard of the movie Ghost, but that was the inspiration for old guys like me. But it was a fun event. They enjoyed it, and they were able to experience the lifestyle side of the Volkswagen T-Cross.
The event was also about enjoying the handling, performance, and comfort and conveniences offered by the T-Cross.
It was a beautiful drive designed for enjoying the moonroof, and then you get to use all the gadgets and enjoy the handling of the car. Nice and simple, relaxed drive. More on the relaxed vibe, you know, and experiencing art and things like that. So that's basically the feel for this drive.
Toyota Motor Philippines, through its partner Toyota Financial Services Philippines, has come up with a Kabuhayan on Wheels financing program to make it easier for micro, small, and medium enterprises to acquire the all-new Light Ace. Toyota is inviting MSMEs to start moving forward in their business with the all-new Toyota Light Ace, which is available in pickup, panel van, FX utility van, and cargo aluminum van variants. The program offers MSMEs loans and lease terms that are customizable to ensure hassle-free payment terms. There's also the Light sa Bulsa promo, which allows customers to pay as low as 2,903.50 pesos weekly for their Light Ace. Toyota says this is part of the vision of bringing mobility for all and the goal of enabling local businesses to contribute to economic recovery.
And that's the week that was in motoring. Thank you for joining us. Also, please don't forget to check us out on social media.
Until next week here on Motoring Today, now on its 36th year of continuing service to the general motoring public with the lifelong commitment to promote road safety. On behalf of our dad, Butch Gamboa, I'm Ray Louie Gamboa.
And I'm Susie Gamboa. Happy motoring!